Hello YouTube, what's up Earthlings? This is another video I'm making. This one's going to be purely about my love of Star Wars. Well, I became a Star Wars fan, my Star Wars career pretty much, I don't know if you can call it that, my journey. I'm not going to be showing you any of my crayon carvings and sculptures this time. I mean, you know, there's my Star Warsy ones, just for a little idea about what I do. And there's mother's in the background there, mother's over there, and all over the place. There's Rian Johnson in carbonite. Way. Anyway, there's videos for those all over my channel, so you can have a look at those, all about my crayon carvings and sculptures. This one is going to be purely about my love of Star Wars. Like I said, this is my Star Wars page I have. Yes, I'm still using Windows XP. Here we are. So we've got the prequel trilogy, original trilogy, sequel trilogy, anthology, the new Rian Johnson trilogy that's hopefully going to be cancelled, anthology part 2, David Benoist and D.B. Rice trilogy, and then back to the anthology part 3. We're going to have all of these films up till 2032, and I don't think any of them are going to happen now, to be honest. But anyway, I'm not talking about that. I'm going on about my Star Wars. I've got a little folder here called My Star Wars. I don't know if you can see that. My Star Wars. I'm going to that. This is my little list that I've been doing of I've transferred from my phone to here so I can go on and I can sort of try and get it down to about 10 minutes anyway. Right, so I'm going to start off with, I was born in 1968, so 1977 I was a 9-year-old influential boy, and I went to see the original film, this first film, 17 times in the cinema. Just loved it so much, you know, it just hit me like no other film had before that and has ever since. So the original A New Hope, 17 times I travelled down to the cinema to watch that. And then it just sort of snowballed from there really. We had to wait 3 years in between the films coming out, obviously. Bought loads and loads of Star Wars figures with my pocket money, I think about 250 I think. I didn't really have many of the bigger ships. I had a lot of them mini rigs and things I got bought for myself, bought for me. But anyway, then sort of girls, you know, when I was about 17 or something, I think girls and cars and that started happening. So I sold most of my figures. I think I kept about 10 of them. I was always very good with keeping my guns and things, and making sure I kept my guns and not losing them. And my friends and neighbours and that weren't so good at keeping hold of their guns, and they used to lose them, and I found quite a few of them. So I, you know, finders keepers and all that. So I've still got a lot of my original guns and weapons, blasters and that. So yeah, I sold most of my figures, kept about 10 of them. I think I've still got them. And then about 1995, I started buying the toys again. Yeah, bought all the Millennium Falcon and the AT-AT and that, and lots of figures, all the new stuff that was coming out. This is actually I'll do a quick scan through some of my shelf displays I had going on at the time, or during my buying sessions. This is a Jedi that I'd done out of a Sith, Twi'lek Sith that I'd done out of that's the Judge Dredd, Judge Anderson figure, which is about 1/10, I think, 1/10 scale. But yeah, there's some of my Stormtrooper display. I had quite a few of the original Stormtroopers. This is my post, my second lot of buying session these ones are from. So yeah, I had quite a good collection of Imperials. I did quite enjoy the Imperials, I think. A bit more than I should do really. So yeah, there's a few more of the prequels figures, the prequel clone troopers. These are a group of Death Squad troopers, or Death Star, whatever you want to call them, Death Star trooper. I made up myself, all different heads, pretty cool, I think. Yeah. And the others a bit. He's all coming away now, so you can't actually. Yeah, so. Let's go back again. So yeah, my Star Wars, yeah, I was buying tons and tons of stuff from 1995 onwards, probably about £2,500 worth a year. I used to go into Forbidden Planet, which is a big shop in London, a very famous shop, and just have to get hold of boxes from them so I could bring all my stuff home. I always chose the Hasbro or Kenner boxes if I could, but also I used to get loads of other different boxes. So there's some of the boxes there, lots of Action Fleet. These are all my backing cards, a whole shelf filled up there. You've got comics there. Yeah, you can pause on some of these pictures if you want. Lots of books, lots of books, lots of books. DVD, video, music, more paperbacks, DVD, video, games and music, and Monopolies, lots and lots of Monopolies. Lots and lots of toys, lots of vintage, lots of rare stuff, lots of limited edition stuff for 12-inch. Lots and lots of box toys. Lots of my toys were out of the boxes and in bigger boxes, but in the packaging, I used to keep all the packaging. There's a few, things from the costumes from the exhibition centre. So where did I get up to? Yeah, I went to see it 17 times. I bought loads of Star Wars toys from 1995 onwards. Then 1998 I was asked to go to a market research thing so I was a member from the Star Wars fan club right from the beginning, and the US fan club as well. I used to get the Star Wars Insider through. Asked by the UK fan club and market research to go to meet the Hasbro executives and Star Wars fan club UK. There's 6 of us, not including me. There's 7 of us in all, I think. There's I haven't got the paperwork anymore, but yeah, 1998 it was, and they paid for my expenses and that, and they sort of asking loads of questions. They were behind the old mirror screen and that, and they were sitting there and couldn't see them. We were in a little semicircle asking people general questions. And one of them was, what do you spend on Star Wars every year? Hello, Rosie. Meow. Yeah, what do you spend on Star Wars every year? And sort of going around, people £100, £200, £50. Next person come up to me, £2,500, and hey, Rosie. £2,500, and they're obviously quite interested to talk to me. And it went on from 7 o'clock in the evening till about 9 o'clock in the evening, and then we spent the rest of the evening in the pub, just chatting to the Hasbro lot about toys, and it's brilliant, about Star Wars, fantastic, I loved it. And then 1999 I went on the first ever panorama holiday tour to Tunisia. It was me, we had this 4x4 vehicle with a guide and a driver. And it was me and this elderly couple, and we were the only 3 people on it. We were sort of, in different hotels and that around the place. And this guy, this older guy, Nobby, someone, him and his wife. Well, he worked on one of the original trilogy Star Wars films. He was obviously quite interested in going to go and see these sites of in Tunisia. We went to see everywhere, Luke's house, everywhere. Everywhere except for where R2-D2 got hit with by the Jawas. We went to see everywhere else. Ben's hut. We went to everywhere. Went everywhere. Cantina. A whole lot. That's fantastic. Then I'm gonna get my little list up again. I'm gonna lose track. And I've been to a lot of the Star Wars premieres up in the West End, London, Leicester Square, the Odeon Leicester Square, where I'd shaken hands and met lots of the Illuminati, not Illuminati, yeah, I guess so. The Illuminati, the Star Wars world. I said hello to George Lucas, shaking hands with Mark Hamill, Mick McCullum, met many other stars at other sort of exhibitions and sort of Star Wars days and things through the years. Shaking Dave Prowse's hands, dinner plates, his hands. And I went to one of the premieres I went to was the cast and crew premiere for episode 3. Actually, that was about 8 o'clock in the morning in Leicester Square, and that was because I was working with a lady whose husband worked on episode 3. So we got tickets for that, and it's quite strange coming out of the cinema about 12 o'clock in the afternoon. And in fact, I got chatting to Johnny Vegas, and he asked me to go if I wanted to go to the pub with him, but no, I refused. But anyway, yeah. So about this cast and crew premiere, there was all the cast and crew, lots of very tall people who were in Chewbacca costumes and that. And it was just like before the film showing, we were in a sort of pub. And I was just standing chatting with the likes of Jeremy Bulloch, Boba Fett, and Ray Park, and Dennis Lawson, Ian McDermott, Kenny Baker, Anthony Daniels, Peter Mayhew, etc., etc. All the British stars really, and directors and things, and model makers and that were there. Ben Burt, I think, was there, and all the. And it's pretty much a UK film, pretty much British film, I call them, because pretty much all of it is made over here. Most of the actors are British, so I call them British films. Yeah, so up to Star Wars starter, being one of the people that was influential in the release of the 1998 Star Wars toys line. Because in 1997 I went for the thing. In 1998 a whole new line of Star Wars came out, and I was instrumental in sort of being part of that. Went to Florida to go to the Universal Studios and filmed the Star Tours ride there as well. Loved that, brilliant. I went to the John Williams concert in the Dome, the Millennium Dome in London here. It's now called the O2 Arena. I got kicked off the set for episode 8. We went, me and a couple of friends found a hole in a fence, and found myself next to the Millennium Falcon. They didn't actually go that far. I insisted I had to go there, even though there was loads of security about. I insisted on going to go see the Millennium Falcon, the full-size one that was on that island. Got there, and a couple of minutes later I was escorted off the site and told never to come back again. So yeah, I'm just going to show you actually some of my Star Wars collection while I'm sort of going on about why I love Star Wars. And it's just sort of a film that sort of grabs you by the ghoulies and doesn't let go really. This is my Star Wars book collection. Lots and lots of very rare books here. Old books, some old books. I've got quite a few collector's item type books. Move that out of the way, but yeah. Star Wars book collection. Yeah, I mean, all of that stuff you saw in those pictures there, I've spent about 3 years living on it and selling it on eBay. So what do we have here? There's some merchandise, these are all figures that I've got left with the backings. So I've got boxes there, there's some of my Kenner boxes and a few Monopolies left. Some more stuff up there, another Star Wars box. A few vehicles and stuff left. There's a customising I'm doing on that X-Wing. Yeah, there's novels, comics, all of these comics, all Star Wars. Every one of them is Star Wars comics. I love those manga ones, the manga graphic novels. Some of my comics have ended up like this though, unfortunately. Knackered, and but I'll go on about that another time when I talk about other things about me. Right, this is just happened to be a few bits and pieces that I happen to have had to hand. I haven't actually gone through my collection to pick out stuff to display yet. This is just stuff, like I said, that I've got happen to have hanging about. Let's go over here very quickly. This is some of my DVD videos. It's Family Guy and Robot Chicken and Making of. One or two of the, I think that box set there is a box set with the limited, very hard to get hold of original theatrical version on DVD. There's an old, really old video there, and I've even got a Betamax recorded off the TV there, and there's some audio stuff, and this is my DVD, Blu-ray, and the last two I wish I didn't actually buy, but there you go, wasted my money. Audio, games, and sort of general discs, CDs and ROMs and that. There's the Executor box set. Ouch. Yeah, this is annuals. Magazines, and this is probably my biggest collector item section here. Magazines, lots of calendars and bags, fact files, UK Star Wars fan club, lots and lots of this is where I keep all my cutouts and things, and got the trays of stuff, Star Wars Insider. These are lots of Star Wars related magazines that have come out in the UK. We've got a vinyl section, all of my unopened UK Star Wars comics there. Alright loads, I'll be with you in a sec. This is in here, we have lots more DVDs and videos. This is actually my overflow collection that I was going to start selling, to be honest. Right, how long is this? This is 17 minutes already, so still I'm trying to cut this down, this video, in size, but I still haven't managed it. It's still 17 minutes long. Like the last one was 18 minutes long. I thought that was too long. But anyway, I'm going to have to go now because I can't get any more in. This is just about, I'll have to do another video about why I hate Star Wars, well, the recent Star Wars anyway. But anyway.